All right, Blues, welcome back to episode 28 of the Transfer Target. Welcome back to Brisbane. It's not sunny today, but still lovely to be over here. If you've not already, add us on Snapchat. That's the best way you can keep up with our City Down Under adventure. So make sure you do that, as well as liking this video, of course. But let's crack on with this episode of the Transfer Target. We'll look back at the Sterling deal because we've covered it. Don't get me wrong, but it happened whilst we were asleep. So he's held up the shirt, he's signed, he's going to wear the number 7 shirt, which is pretty cool. He's got some serious footsteps to follow there, Stephen Ireland just being one. But the £49 million fee that everyone has been slagging off is actually £44 million. The MEN have gone into great detail with the deal and found out where all the add-ons come from. It's £44 million plus £5 million in add-ons if he meets certain requirements. So the first one is for £2 million extra for Liverpool. He has to play up to 120 games in the Premier League or Champions League. So that's going to take ages. For the other £3 million, it's £1 million per Premier League title and £1.5 million per Champions League title, up to £3 million. So 3 Premier League titles or 2 Champions League titles. And again, that's not going to happen anytime soon. That's going to take at least 2 or 3 years. So it's £44 million basically, and I'm really, really happy he's finally signed. And he seemed really relieved in his interview with City TV. So that's all good, that's done and dusted. Could Kevin De Bruyne be the next big signing through the door? Potentially. It's looking quite positive if you read today's papers and yesterday's papers, of course. Apparently he's given City the green light to put a bid in for him, and the papers over here are reporting anywhere between 30 and 50 million pounds for him. So it's possible that we could break our transfer record again, straight after the Sterling deal, which is quite exciting. The Belgian press in particular, they seem really, really certain that he's going to join City. They've even put these sketches in the papers saying that he's going to join Denier, who of course just signed a new 5-year deal at City. So that's quite exciting. That's looking a bit more positive than it has been for a while. On to another name that I know that you're going to enjoy a rumour about is Isco. More rumours again that City are still monitoring his situation at Real Madrid and they're still interested. There's a few problems with this one though. He's going to be a long-term replacement for Silva, of course, if he comes in, and it's still a massive if. So if he comes in long-term replacement for Silva, the papers are reporting, though, that Silva could be used as a pawn in the Pogba deal, which is a bit odd for me, that if we sell him to Juve, then Pogba might come in the other way, and that will satisfy their fee agreements and all that sort of stuff. But I don't fancy that deal anyway, so it's a no from me. I don't know about you. Let us know, comments below. Would you sell David Silva for Paul Pogba? Not for me. James McCarthy is a strange one. It is something that the papers seem to have plucked out from the sky. The Sun are reporting that City might put in a £20 million bid for James McCarthy. Because we didn't get Fabian Delph for £8 million, we think we're going to pay £20 million for James McCarthy at Everton. It just sounds absolute nonsense to me. £20 million for him. I'm starting to wonder what I'm worth in the transfer market. No, that's a no from me. I can't see that one happening at all, not if anytime soon. Another outgoing, well, it's the same outgoing that's been every single day. It's Dzeko again. Apparently Roma are starting to come towards City's agreement. They put in a £14 million bid apparently for Dzeko. City wanted 20 and they're trying to meet him in the middle, around 16 to 16.5 million. And for me it seems like a good deal. I've absolutely loved what Eddie Dzeko's done for the club, but for 16 million quid we've got our money's worth. We paid 30 for him a few years ago. We've got our money's worth. He's scored some massive goals and it's probably the time for him to go as well. Go and prove that he can score a hell of a lot of goals over in Italy. So good luck to him if he does go. But yeah, there's quite a few rumours going on today, so you'll have this when you're waking up and having your breakfast. If there's any more, we'll cover them tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Snapchat, follow us on Instagram. All the links are in the description below. Keep up to date with our adventure. We're going to be filming some really cool stuff whilst we're in Brisbane before we go over to Melbourne and before that big game against Melbourne City FC. So come back tomorrow morning whilst you're having your breakfast for episode 29 of the Transfer Target.
This is Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Subscribe to Blue Moon Rising TV for a knockout time.